Hello, my friends. Marv Eisen here from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Many people consider trading to be pretty much like gambling, and unless you know what you're doing, it really is. But you can trade with some awareness of what the market should do. And that's really the whole point of learning how to trade. If you have an awareness of what the market should do, two things happen. Either the market does what you expected based on your knowledge of trading, or it doesn't and you can immediately close the trade without taking too much of a loss. So knowing how to trade will give you the ability to know what the expected trade is based on the setup, and if it doesn't materialize, you're out with minimal loss. Trading is a lot like playing the lottery, the scratch-off tickets. You know, these scratch-off tickets that you buy for $5 or $10. And you buy these tickets, you scratch them off. There's several games on a ticket. You scratch them off and maybe you win $5, $20. And what do you do with that money? You plow it back into the lottery. You buy more tickets. And generally you lose those. And so you buy more tickets and maybe you make another $5, $20, and you put that back into the lottery, and it goes on and on. You buy tickets, most of them lose, but some of them win. But the winners you put right back into the lottery. It's not as if you win the jackpot and you can ride off into the sunset and have a great life. And that's pretty much like the way most people trade. They make a few dollars, they give it back, but they make a few dollars, then they give that back. They make a few dollars, then they give that back. And so it goes on and on and on. And so it's addictive, right? But there's a way to look at trading so it's not so much like gambling and a little more like putting the odds in your favor. Now remember, nobody knows which way the market is going to go. You'll never hear Jim Cramer say, buy the stock because tomorrow it's going to go up 5 points. You'll never hear it. And you won't hear it from anyone else, certainly not from me. The way to look at the market is to learn how to trade and trade for the short-term setups, the small setups. These setups can earn you $5 or rather 5 points in thereabouts, and that's pretty good because 5 points on the emini is $250, right? But if you can make 30, 40, 50 points, now that's trading, that's making money. Now, if you can do that on any kind of consistent basis, then you can withstand the losses from the small-time trading. And again, trading either for the long term or the short term. And when I say long term, in terms of e-minis, I'm talking about a half an hour to a full day. That's long term. A full day would be long term. But in terms of trading, you've got to be able to trade looking for the small profits and for the big profits. How do you look for the small profits? Well, you learn how to trade based on setups. Setups are price patterns that have repeated over time, over and over and over. And when I say repeat, they don't repeat all the time. There's nothing that happens all the time consistently in the market. But a trade setup like the gap trade, for instance, happens very often. Time and price trade happens almost every day. I see a time and price trade. Candlestick patterns, you know, where there's a hammer at the bottom of a decline signaling a reversal with a corresponding oversold stochastic. These are signals that repeat over time, and you can trade these signals. You need patience, and I always say trade with lots of patience because you have to be able to watch for these signals. Having seen these signals, you can make a trade based on an expectation of the trade working out. And of course, if it doesn't work, if it works out, great, right? If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, guess what? You know that it didn't work out, and you're not guessing. You close the trade, you lose a few dollars, but not a lot of money. The long-term trading signals are trading patterns that don't appear on a chart. You have to be able to measure the market, and that's why Taylor's trading technique is, I wouldn't say popular because only the professional traders know how to calculate the numbers. We're students of the market, and I'm one of them. And I'm going to give you an example of that in a minute. I'm going to show you how you can trade for the longer term, for the bigger bucks. And here's today, for instance. Today is October 20th. It's a Thursday. And it's just about, let's say, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And here's the market. And I'm going to show you my trading zone for today because the trade is over for the day, or I believe it's over. For me, it's over. And so I'm going to show you my trading zone because the trade has already been made, okay? And I'm going to show you why I say that and what this trade was good for. Now, again, this is a longer-term trade, and unless you know the trading zone, or you know how to calculate it, or you can get it from me, but you can buy Taylor's book. But I'm going to show you today's trading zone, okay? And here's a trading zone. I put it on the chart, on my chart last night. The horizontal line here was the close on Wednesday, yesterday's close, which is an area of value. Okay, so let me explain what you're looking at. Here is the open of the day at 9:30. I have my cursor at 9:30. You see 9:30 at the bottom of the screen, right down there, 9:30. Okay, 9:30. The market opened at 3,700. Okay, here's 3,700. Here's 3,700. Right here's 3,700, and immediately faded the gap and then closed. There was a small gap today, maybe 8 points. 37.08 was the close on Wednesday. So a small gap, but that wasn't the trade. The trade was here. And look what happened. Prices opened down here. And where did they go? Just to the top of my calculated trading zone, my resistance level. And again, I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to shut this off so that you can... All right. Do you know where the market is going to go? I had a good idea where the market was going to go, and I placed a trade based on that. And I got out exactly, I knew exactly where I was going to get out. I was going to get out at the top of my trading zone at resistance because that was what I figured was going to happen. If it didn't happen, guess what? I'm going to get out. But let me make this visible. So here was my target. What was this trade good for? Well, there are 10 points between each horizontal line on this chart. 48 points. 48 points. So that's what knowing how to trade for the longer term will do for you. But for the most part, it's fine to be able to trade the 6 trade setups that I teach, and I only teach 6 trade setups. I mean, you can watch videos all you want, but there are only 6 trade setups, in my opinion. And so if you're going to trade, at least know what you're doing because you're putting the odds in your favor and you are limiting your risk. And the key to trading success is limiting risk. So thanks for watching my video today. Trade with lots of patience, and I'll see you in my next video. Marv Eisen from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Just a minute, stop the presses. It's just at the closing time, 3:54 p.m. I've been away from my computer all day after my morning trade. I did pretty well, but look what the trading zone rewarded my subscribers. The trading zone was highly accurate today. Actually, it looks like a Taylor sell short day, guys, doesn't it? For those of you who know. If you are looking for the Taylor numbers and you would like to get them every day, I calculate them every evening, send them out to my subscribers for preparation for their trading the following day. These numbers are invaluable to anyone who wants to trade for the bigger bucks in the market. Again, this is Marv Eisen for Timeless Dollar. Thanks so much for watching. Trade safely, and I'll see you in my next video.